Hello, welcome to New York Talks post-match reaction, and hello to all the Cardiff fans who are making their way home after the game was called off for what can only be described as some sort of biblical downpour. I mean, it looked like Victor was about to get Noah's Ark out at some point in that game, but we'll get the bites in a little bit. Cardiff are taking boat, so anyway, I'll stop now. Yeah. Poor showing, to be fair, lads, wasn't it? I mean, we got 47 minutes worth of football, so a little bit better than what we can manage under Gareth Ainsworth when he was there. So yeah, Matt, just tell us, how bad were we?
Awful. There's quite a lot to pick out from that 47 minutes football, amazingly. I thought we were rubbish from minute 1 to 47, as it would be. I thought Matt Taylor's setting up was wrong. Midfield was non-existent. He then decided on 37 minutes to change it, but then waited until 43 minutes to actually make the substitution 2 minutes before half-time, which again is a bit of a joke. That's one of his issues, Matt Taylor, is quite indecisive when it comes to substitutions. You'll see the players lined up and ready to go, and then, alas, they don't come on for another 10 minutes. Georgie Kelly were meant to come on as well, obviously. But, you know, pitch is not playable. We've got away with one. You know, thank you to the ground staff for the effort of pulling the water back on the pitch. I quite enjoyed that. That was quite fun. Look, club needs to be investigated. Not good enough, is it? EFL deduct us points. What can you say? Not good enough. Championship stadium this, mate. I don't know why we've not been able to control weather. Next time we should build a stadium with a roof, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we had this drama in the COVID season, didn't we, where Derby wanted us to have a points deduction because it snowed. And then Cardiff did the same when it snowed. And now it's just rains, you know. It wasn't even forecast to be honest, mate, was it? And it just had this massive downpour. But just going back to the football, we did look like we were up the creek without a paddle, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. And to be fair, I mean, I felt a little bit for ground staff because obviously the more they tried to clear the water in that away, and the more the Cardiff Tears just filled it back up again. So it was a bit of a nightmare for him. But I mean, yeah, you're right. We got away with it because we were awful again. So that's, you know, 5 halves of football now where we've been absolutely dog rough. So he's got to address it, and thankfully we've got the international break. I say thankfully because last time we had the international break we came back and we were even worse. So, you know, I mean, I'm trying to look on bright side here, and I'm really struggling, I'll be honest. That were poor, really poor.
Yeah. Definitely, and the 2 minutes that we saw of the second half, I mean, we've improved a little bit. I thought Georgie put him centre about a little bit. Granted, he needed armbands when he came out. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that first half wasn't bad. I mean, there was a complete mix-up for Cardiff's goal, which won't stand. Unlucky. And it's just a mix-up between, I think, Victor and Wright. I think it was. One of them doesn't make the decision, or rather, Victor overcommits and doesn't let Wright do his job. It's a shame because we were up in the Sweden gear today. Yeah, we just need improvements, Matt, don't we? And like Mick says, hopefully, thankfully, there's an international break where we can sort it out. But will we? That's the question, because up next after the international break is Hull away. Yeah, it's not the best of times, is it?
It's not, no, but you look at the players that have come back. Keener should be back, he's a ball carrier. Ollie Rathbun hopefully will be back, he's a ball carrier. Van Wiles will be on the road to being back. That's massive. You know, by the time we play these again, which is really unfortunate for them, could have 5 players back, and that's one of the reasons it's worked really, really well in our favour. The first goals, yes, Victor's made a mistake, and we could have done a bit defensively. But it started from allowing their player to run from the halfway line to this penalty box. You can't do that. Any team in this division is going to do you. And to be fair to Cardiff, let's give them their credit for their team. There's some credit. They wanted it. They wanted it more than us. And for me, that's a massive concern because we should want it more. Rotherham United is a team of we want it. We just want everything more than you. That's what Rotherham United's built on, and we're not seeing that. We can talk about the tactical things and everything else, which are also true. There is a massive issue of players sort of putting their bodies on the line almost. I don't know. It's a massive worry because, like Mick says, that's 2.5 games in a row of pure garbage, to be honest with you, at times. Matt Taylor's got his work cut out. It's a shame so many players are going on international duty, to be honest, because he could do him being back, but hopefully those players come back at the end for the whole game. will give us the boost we need.
Yeah, just having a little scroll on my phone there just to have a look at what Twitter looks like.
Is that Waterloo as well?
Yeah, it is with Cardiff Tears like they're away. But yeah, so it was interesting that Oliver Langford sort of was Cardiff's 12th man at times in that game, but unfortunately Cardiff, our 12th man was God. I'm quite impressed with that.
A good one, that.
Yeah. So, lads, when do we think the game's going to get rearranged for? My bet is smack bang in the middle of Middlesbrough and Wigan.
Yeah, it's going to be back end of season, isn't it? You know, I mean, we on the upside today, we've obviously found out something that if you give Oliver Langford an hour, he can make a decision. You know, so I mean, obviously, yeah. So yeah, we've got a lot of work to do, mate. We have got a lot of work to do. We've gone back to playing the way that we played after World Cup, and it's not good enough. It's not acceptable. There's no intensity. There's no press. There's nothing. John Hugill was chasing down the ball. As a look, turns round and there's nobody following him. There's nobody, and that's tactical. That has to be tactical because it happens time and time again. So as soon as we revert back to that lack of intensity, we're going to get walked, steamrolled, and that's what's happened.
Any final thoughts, Matt, before we sign off?
Just interesting that Cardiff fans don't know how rain works. I've been to Wales. It rains.
They have a lot of it.
They have a lot of rain. Look, it's all in good fun. I hope most Cardiff fans take it in good humour. I know some won't. But yeah, we'll see you again in April, I suppose. Sorry, guys.
And just before we sign off, the EFL has released a statement from their spokesperson that says, following the abandonment of this afternoon's Sky Bet Championship fixture between Rotherham United and Cardiff City, the circumstances surrounding this will now be considered in line with EFL regulations. I didn't know the EFL could officiate the weather either. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time, hopefully with better weather. Ta-ra.
They'll make a balls of it anyway. They'll make a balls of everything else.